Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Scanlon. Today I thought we'd have a little chat about some Harry Potter points that I'd like to raise for you. So, things that I think you need to know about Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling, the author of the book, is a very clever writer, and I don't think she's given enough credit for how good she is. Throughout all 7 of her books, she includes little clues that become more relevant later in the books. To be able to do this across books, planning that far ahead, is a rare skill. Every time you read Harry Potter, you can pick up more clues. Should you look at the books or the movies? Well, surprisingly, I actually recommend that you watch the movies first. This is because the books have so much more detail in them, and I read the books first. Then, of course, when I watched the movies, I found it really quite frustrating because much of the story was missing, and I wasn't sure how other people would be able to follow the story if they hadn't read the books. I think by watching the movies first, when you go and read the books, you are excited because there's so much more information and backstory so that you can understand the movies even better. Just be aware that the third movie, and also the book for that matter, gets a lot scarier than the earlier books. And they should really only be watched with parental permission and guidance. So this is the same with the books as I mentioned. They do get scarier, and J.K. Rowling actually wrote the books for older audiences. So the first Harry Potter book is set in Year 7, and she designed that book to be read by Year 7 students. Then the second book is set in Year 8, and she thought that was appropriate for Year 8 students. The third book was set in Year 9, and of course Year 9 students would be able to understand that book, and it's at their level. So just know, if you are a great reader, it doesn't mean that you should go on with these books until you've checked with your parents about what's in them and if it's suitable for you. Whether you should look at the old books or the new books, I think both are fantastic. So a lot of updates are done by publishers and authors over time to keep the covers exciting and interesting to kids. But Harry Potter is actually edited every time she puts out a new edition. So there are small differences between every single book. The red one, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, is one of the original copies, and the blue one is one of the later ones. When I was reading these books, I was reading them with my children, and we took one page each at a time, and we found that there were little differences. So we would think the other person was making mistake reading or missing something out because they are actually different books. Another thing with the Harry Potter books is there's a lot of old English and traditional English terms used in there. So that's a little challenge for us Aussie readers because some of those words we don't use every day here. Where can you get a copy of Harry Potter at the moment? You can actually get that book on Penrith Library's website. When we get back to school, you'll be able to get it there. And you could also go to Kmart or Big W or somewhere like that to purchase the book. And of course, they also have the large format book, which we also have in our library, with a lot of pictures to help you along the way as well, if you prefer that. On the Penrith Library one, if you're not currently a member of Penrith Library, you can call them up and join over the phone at the moment, and then you can download that to borrow the ebook version. I do believe they also have an audio version, which is where they read the story to you. So there aren't any pictures, but you can listen with your headphones to the story of Harry Potter. So some things to think about. Harry Potter is a fantastic book for Year 5 and 6 and above. And it's certainly a book that lasts for generations and is exciting, whether you're looking at it through the movie or the book, whether you're listening to it on audio or reading it yourself or with someone else. So check out Harry Potter. Thanks, everyone. Bye.